My father was born in Kongsberg, Norway. He immigrated into this country in September of 1923, but he also brought with him his love of skiing and a pair of skis, and several friends came to him and said, look, you love to ski, you complain about not being able to get a decent pair of skis, why don't you go in the ski business? And thus was formed the Groswold Ski Company.
Groswold skis became the first official suppliers to the U.S. World Alpine Ski Team in 1948.
Right from when he first came here, he started taking part in the competitions. He also was on the various ski clubs, got to be president.
He was really dedicated to the sport, had an enormous passion for it, and felt that that should be shared with everybody that he could find.
He was a real innovator in a lot of ways. He's always trying new ideas and new ways of manufacturing, ways to cut costs to make a better product.
He probably gave away as many skis as he sold.
The 10th Mountain people, if they needed any skis other than those big heavy Army skis, he always gave them to them.
Dad tried to give Barney a pair of skis because Barney had broke his skis, and they went to the hardware store to get a pair. There were no Groswold skis left, so my dad bought Barney a pair of competitor skis.
He just was an all-around great person.
Thor was active in the establishment of many ski areas in Colorado, including Winter Park. His philosophy of always giving back to the sport of skiing has been passed down to son Jerry, also a pioneer in the ski industry.
You couldn't grow up around a person like my dad without adopting some part of his infectious enthusiasm for what he was doing.
Jerry is virtually the father of Winter Park. He was the person who pushed the expansion of the Mary Jane terrain when in the 1970s it was a very tricky and challenging thing to do.
I'm sure that our forefathers, when they drafted the Constitution, never imagined that the government would be in the ski business. And as a result, Jerry faced more challenges than the average ski manager or ski operator, skiing company president.
As president of Winter Park Recreation Association, Jerry implemented many programs vital to the area's success today.
We had the vision to create a specialty area for first-time beginners to make it easy to learn the sports of skiing and snowboarding.
Under his leadership, Winter Park created the Children's Center and the National Sports Center for the Disabled, the largest, most successful program of its kind in the entire world.
It started with children from Children's Hospital.
Here's a chance to provide some fun and games for some disabled kids. What turned out to be a program that literally provides the disabled with an opportunity to rebuild their lives.
When I first started this program, without the support of Jerry Groswold, who was the president of Winter Park at that time, there's no way in the world there'll be any NSCD, National Sports Center for the Disabled.
He's one of the most friendly and down-to-earth people you will ever meet. He'll ski with anybody, he'll teach you.
This trail is called Ski Papa. If you want, we'll ski through this. It's full of little bumps and hoop-de-doos and so on. It was a place where I used to bring my grandkids all the time, to such an extent that they finally decided they'd name it that. The basic lesson my dad taught me was that skiing is a sport. It's also a business. And he operated on the premise that you never took from skiing, that there was always a debt, and that debt needed to be repaid, so you had to put back more than you took. It's pretty easy to get passionate about skiing. It's a unique opportunity. Where else can you be outside, get some physical activity, be in an incredible environment? There are relatively few people who get to earn their living in a sport that they love, working in an environment that they love, with people that they love. It's a business that basically is a business of sharing.